Hi everyone, welcome to this video. This will be round 3, so if you recall, I lost the first game against a stronger player and won the second game against a weaker player. So up until now nothing much has happened, and I was wondering, is this gonna be my tournament now, like losing against 2000 and winning against 1500? But yeah, I mean, on the other hand, let's just play some chess. My opponent was about 2000, he was about 18 years old, so one thing that I was thinking afterwards is like, if I can play a good game against him, then so he's like one of those kids that I keep playing against and keep kind of losing or drawing them, but there are all these like he's those kids, but like after 5 years of work. So if I have a chance against him, then maybe I have a chance against those kids as well. Knight f6, knight c3, a6. I'm black here. This is obviously on theory. This is called the Najdorf variation. And after bishop g5, I didn't go for one of the main lines, but knight bd7. It's been recommended now recently by a few people. f4 is not the main line. Queen e2 is one of them. Trying to push the pawn, or maybe bishop c4 is the other one. So, but you don't need to know all this. Some weird line like this. After f4, one way of playing with black is just playing like a dragon, because this bishop is a bit in the way. f4 g6, queen f3. I'm just playing like in the main lines, but it doesn't really work here. Castle, castle. And now he played h3, which is definitely a bit too slow. And just after a few more moves, bishop d3, b5. Now I'm just a bit faster. This one move can change everything. So this h3 doesn't belong here. Just, you know, h4 and g4 in some order would have been the idea. On the other hand, so now he took the knight. This is a kind of a typical way of accelerating the attack. That bishop, as mentioned, was under pressure. The bishop was slowing down the attack. But after bishop f6, of course, the normal way of playing is knight f6. But at some point, just like I was, of course, like I was gonna just take back without even thinking. But then I thought, oh, wait a second, this knight is unprotected here. So why did I take back with the bishop? Now, just in case you're wondering what it looks like, it's one of the lines here. Yeah, sorry, I have to. So if I take back with the knight, the computer says I already have a big advantage, so some kind of a, let's say he plays g4, b4, knight e2. It says like e5 as well. And I don't know, the point is all my pieces are nice. I mean, so my computer says it's like -2 or something, -1.5, -2. It's really just a great position for me. I mean, and yeah, this is just basically, the computer says I'm winning completely. Like, maybe I can mess up the attack, but it's still at least obvious, even at our level, that I'm just much better. or it looks better at any rate. So now my bishop f6 is I was gonna say it's a great idea, but like even my teammate said, well, even if this was with a tempo, so even if this is some great tempo move, you might as well take with with a knight and then later on threaten some weird discovery, right? And yeah, he's 100% right about this. Bishop f6 is the stupidest move I played probably in this tournament, although there will be a few more. And of course now he like blitzed out knight d5. So up until now he took like, I don't know, 5 minutes for 13 moves, maybe less. And now the thing is, I need to protect c6 as well. So like, let's say I move here, he has at least this, but probably more. If I move somewhere else, then he also has, wait a sec. He has, yeah, it's very simple actually. So now this, and then just e5, attacking these two, and this is why I need to protect both the rook and c6. So I was thinking, am I just out of squares here? But then finally I saw this move, queen b7. And as stupid as this looks, it's actually not bad for me. No, I was a bit annoyed by this, but okay. So knight takes, and now this is just equal now. So basically I got back to a normal position, because he wasted one move with h3 and I wasted one move with queen b7, queen b6. Now you might argue maybe it's even more than that, but okay. Now at least this was with a bona fide tempo, because this bishop doesn't really want to go anywhere. So knight e2, bishop b7, and now here h4. But then I was thinking, like, is this just mate? Because all of these rooks until I get something here, it's gonna take a long time, and the knight isn't there. So this, let's say, I just want to move the pawn. It doesn't really do anything, and I was thinking, like, am I just getting mated? But then I realized, wait a second, now I have my bishop here, right? So let's just open the bishop up, d5, and it seems like there's not a really good way of replying to this. Like it's equal-ish, but it's definitely annoying. So now I'm winning the exchange as well. If he didn't do this, like if he takes, I take back, and it's the same story, only with the pawn isn't even on e5. I think I saw some weird move like knight c3 or knight g3. So, but yeah, he's thinking of e5, e4. So if you do something like knight g3, yeah, just play goes on, but obviously it's not like a clear-cut position where he's just attacking and I'm just defending. So that's what I was looking for. e5, d4, and now he was thinking, like, okay, that's fine, take my rook, but I'm gonna checkmate you. But I was like, I can't see it. I was just really happy with this position, even though it's still very sharp. And knight d5. So he was trying to checkmate me, but I was like, okay, well, this is gonna take at least 4 more moves until you open a file. I just chucked that pawn. And now he started to think, so bishop e4. Now probably the easiest way of playing here is defend this knight with one of the rooks, but I played queen c5, queen f3, and now I played knight e3. You know, a teammate of mine said maybe knight b4 is better because I'm directly threatening d3. So obviously, sorry, it's in case it's not clear, like he's threatening my rook, but I'm threatening mate, so that's the whole idea. But knight b4 also threatens d3. But in fact, objectively speaking, it's all it should be a draw, even though it looks quite nice for me. But yeah, probably easiest is just to take this. If I play rook a d8, I'm like, I think the computer said obviously winning, but it's still a complicated position. So knight d3, and now he took this, and now I moved the rook finally. So now I have three pieces attacking c2. But yeah, this is the moment where it went a bit crazy. So at first I was even a bit surprised, like what is he actually threatening? So my computer says it's completely equal, by the way. He says king h8, king b1, but of course I might as well. I can also just take this, knight b1, and just come back, and then maybe even something like this. With some weird stuff. g6, but yeah, I mean, these are really crazy lines, and it's not like either of us saw it. On the other hand, what I did was I thought like, oh, isn't this a strong move? It turns out it's not a strong move, and I immediately saw why it's not. So I don't know why my opponent didn't see this. But yeah, knight d4 would have. This is just killing. I can't take because he has bishop h7. He's also threatening this, and I'm actually not sure what I can do. Yeah, I was gonna take this. Yeah, but this is just nothing. I mean, here now I ran out of pieces for the attack, so it looks interesting, but ultimately, yeah, I mean, look at these guys protecting everything, so this is not gonna work. And he just didn't do this. It's actually ended quite abruptly. So here, queen c4, bishop d3, but now of course I can take because of the pin. Now I'm threatening mate again. Except now my queen is right there next to his queen, next to his king. So let's say this. I have something like this. I mean, and it's gonna be mate, unless you do something very drastic. So this, yeah, and now here I took. He played knight c3 and resigned because this is mating one. So I managed to beat somebody much stronger than me. It was a big this was a big wait, how do I get this? There should be a way where you can just ask for the whole, for the entire computer analysis. Not very clear. I don't know, but there should be something easy. Anyway, the thing is, yeah, so there was this part here which was a blunder, and a few more blunders like this, but that's the way it is. Oh, I think this is another, this is a board import game or something. That's a different thing. Anyway, so a few weird moves here and there, but overall I'm a bit happy with how I played this. I mean, especially, you know, like kind of blunder-ish-ing. Like blundering is one thing, but I found this d5 move which was nice. Yeah, so this bishop f6 was ridiculous, but otherwise I played relatively well. And when knight d5 came, I found the best move here. Takes, and then this d5 basically, it just spelled an end to his kingside ambitions. Unless you count this weird exchange sacrifice. So very complicated lines, I can't really explain them because I also don't understand them, but thanks anyway. Thanks, and see you around.